after a 7-round stoppage with a body shot by Bam Rodriguez uh, earlier this year. Juan Estrada, Juan Francisco Estrada, is now looking to go to the bantamweight. Feels like he's probably filled out at the 115 weight already. He's planning on moving up. Recently, we seen Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez move up to bantamweight. I think I had heard reports earlier this year that Estrada was actually thinking about going to 118 before the Bam Rodriguez fight. Um, but as we see now, he's basically going up to 118 now. I think he was kind of holding off and getting that fight off before he moved up to 118. But now when we see him move up to 118, it makes a lot of sense. If he doesn't feel like he was at full strength and just cutting that weight over a long period of time, kind of adds up. It tears down your body after a while of trying to train so hard to get that weight off and stay in the same type of shape you were 10 or 15 years ago. It's just not possible at a certain point in your career. But with Estrada stepping up to the plate and actually making that move to go up to bantamweight, that'll help him out. You know, we do have Juntal Nakatani, who was at bantamweight. He was not too long ago. He was just at 115. That's why I was trying to make the comparison as far as why he wasn't sought after as far as one of these fights with these guys. It seemed like almost they were kind of moving away from him. But I did see his name was noticed with mentioned with Inoue recently. That was until Inoue said that Takuma Inoue would be more of a his brother would be more of a fit for Juntai Nakatani than he would be at this point right now in his career. But Estrada, he's trying to make some moves. I think bantamweight will have a lot more fights than 115. I think he's kind of maxed out at that weight class as far as the opportunities. The only thing he did have on the table was a rematch with Jesse Bam Rodriguez, which will not be going on right now. I think that rematch is going to be called off. And at this point right now, I would like to see these guys kind of move in a different direction. The way they're kind of moving right now, it's all right, but it's not something that's going to push the sport forward this time right now. And with Bam Rodriguez now being the king at 115, guys like Estrada, Chocolatito, and others, they're basically moving on to 118, trying to make their new weight class, move up, improve the weight class, and get some kind of competitive fights out of it. I think some huge opportunities can come out of that weight class. I'm actually kind of thrilled about 118. It's just that the fights actually got to come to fruition. A lot of these guys aren't really putting together a resume that's kind of, it's not impressive. It can't really hold up these days, especially when you got guys fighting potential Hall of Famers or guys fighting for undisputed. A couple of fights with big names on there or familiar names, it won't be able to hold up in this era. We've seen that recently. A lot of guys have gotten criticism for just the fights not being at a high level. But for Estrada to move out that weight class, I think it was the best move. I was actually expecting this earlier this year, but like I said, he took a chance and tried to make a bigger fight, which he did. The Bam Rodriguez fight was a big fight. Was he probably as ready as he wanted to be? I don't know. At this point right now, it doesn't really matter. He's already jumped in the ring. It's official. We've already seen the results. And basically it's time to move on to the next weight class. Now, from what I'm seeing, is this going to lead to any unifications at 115 or anything like that? I'm hearing things about Fernando Martinez, Puma Martinez, which I know right now he's going to be fighting in a rematch, which is going to take place on New Year's Eve. So for him kind of to be relied on right now, and then we know he's just coming off a win over Ioka, they're going to try to run that rematch back. It was a very good fight, but I felt like Martinez was going to be able to take that fight, even though I feel like Ioka is a very good fighter. That weight class is starting to fill out, though. You got a lot of guys like Tanaka. They still have Estrada and Chocolatito at that weight class, but those guys are not gonna make any moves out there. You got Ioka, you got Julio Cesar Martinez. I don't know if what his situation is right now, coming off suspension. But we'll see, man. It's a lot of different moves going on right now. There's a lot of different guys jumping weight classes, and it's definitely helping the sport out.